strive to be this way because it seems like this is a community. Astoria, Queens, New York City is a community of people who want to stay woke like that. This energy that we all kind of share. So having these things available and just keeping a conversation and talking about it, we live by that. We want to be people who stay aware and we keep a conversation going that hopefully it changes some people's minds.
Lyn, thank you so much for welcoming us to Side B. It's so cute, by the way. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't, like, everything is drawing my eyes.
So Side B, and generalize it, we call it gift and thrift. The gift is mostly small batch makers, no one mainstream, a lot of startups, women-owned businesses, POC, and then the thrift is community consignment with the neighborhood. It wasn't something that I planned on doing, but the community came and asked if I could sell things for them. In the beginning, it was like they brought their bikes and their microwaves. It was July of 2020 when a lot of people weren't working. So I felt like I should do that and try. It was very successful, but I don't want to sell microwaves anymore. So we take their clothing, their shoes, accessories, and it goes back to the neighborhood.
I love the concept, right? When did you open?
December of 2020 was our open date.
Which was also gutsy because that was towards the end of the pandemic year.
Sure.
No one knew what was going to happen or what was going to become of 2021.
Sure.
What was it like? I mean, what gave you the courage?
We had been living with COVID for a little bit already. And then during that time, the holiday's supposed to be fun. It's also the time when a lot of small batch makers, independent makers, they usually sell at fairs and like little individual markets that a lot of them weren't operating. And I just felt like we could do it responsibly, so that we should try and do that for those makers.
And what was the response that you got from the community?
This community is amazing. I owe so much to Astoria and Queens because they all came out. They all wanted to support local. They all wanted to shop small. So it was a really good turnout.
Why was it important for you to do this, to support small enterprises, to support women-owned businesses, to support POC owned businesses as well?
I don't want to say that I did that so consciously. It's just kind of how I naturally flowed, I guess. So I just feel like you can really grasp a product's soul, I guess, if you know the people behind who's making it. So it just kind of it makes you fall more in love with the product.
There's a story behind every product. It's not just a product that's mass produced, right? So tell me, how do you find people to collaborate with?
Basically, I try, and then at some point, some people start to contact me.
If I were to ask you, what are some of your favorites here in the stores? Because like there's a lot of cute stuff. There's books.
So the thing about like 95 at least % of the things in here, we know the makers or we've at least met them, and they're good people, and they're doing like they make sure that they use like good materials. And they usually give back to some kind of cause. So I have a lot of favorites, but really it's all here basically because the makers were good people.
What can you tell us about what you've learned as an entrepreneur?
A lot of people might put pressure on themselves to do things in a certain way. And I think the way I operate is more like, I'm trying, I'm doing my best. Everything it is how it is. I thought we had to be very commercial. We always had to market ourselves in a certain way and have like a plan and a strategy. But I am not a type A person. I don't operate that way. So it was always hard to do. And if I just like went with the flow, or if I just didn't think about things too much, like when you're posting an Instagram post and it's like, oh, I have to edit this 5,000 times before I post it, but then that takes all day. If you just be genuine and you just do it, you don't have to have that structured marketing kind of commercial look.
What pushes you to carry on despite mistakes, despite struggles?
My bank account. I need to see that grow. So we need to hustle. We need to thrive. Come visit us at Side B. Our address is 3612 34th Avenue in Astoria. You can also see us on our website. It's shopsideb.com. Follow us on Instagram, shop.side.b.